All right. It's Friday tea time. I have finally gotten all of my ducks in a row, which took almost half an hour. But here we are. All set with some previous art up. Music bot in the background, although let me know if the levels of music bot are okay. Yes, all my slacks are in a row. And now it's time to... There, that was problematic. Sorry, had a moment. Still having a moment, it turns out. Okay, good. Life is fine. Whatever that was is solved. I pushed the Cintiq switch screen button and everything went insane for a second, which is not ideal. But fixed now. As you can see, we have our Women with Swords stream stuff open. Because I have been coerced into adding Sarkis to the Hala sketch. Well, not a sketch really, now it's an illustration because I inked it. Mostly I was coerced because life is fine, we're all good now. It's, you know, everything is fine. It's not true. Everything is on fire, but not specifically in my house, in my life right now. In my house, in my life right now, nothing is on fire. And that's the way I like it. My job is on schedule, which is good. My stream is late, but I feel like people who watch me stream are probably used to it. I'm gonna be honest with you all. I'm 15 minutes late to about everything all of the time. That's just a part of who I am. I probably shouldn't accept that, but I mean, what can you do? Yeah, Hannah Comer chat is like, it's true. It's true, you are 15 minutes late to everything, and I have accepted it. It's a true story. It applies to people who know me in the real world as well. I think it takes people a while to understand that it's not laziness or intentional. It's like a deep character flaw that I can't fix no matter how I try. Just like if I try to show up on time, I'll still somehow be late. It's I don't know. It's a thing. I can be about half an hour early or 15 minutes late. Those are my options. So if something's very important, I'll be about half an hour early. Anyway, as I was saying, Sarkis. I was coerced into doing this largely because I was sent very specific, and I am assured the canonical person reference for the character. So I have a lot of reference images, and I think to keep the mystery, I'm not going to show you the reference images. I think I'm going to leave it a magical mystery. Hannah says sometimes we don't even meet up. Hannah, I don't think I've ever not shown up to anything. I mean, I've been late, but I don't think I've ever actually not come. Good morning, they might be scientists. So what I'm thinking for this is, and you can tell me if this is weird, and I'm gonna try and, let's see, I feel like he's like about this much taller. Just kind of like a giant looming behind her, which I think is hilarious. Just sort of that scale. Yay, they might be scientists. Neighbors, let them sleep. Breakfast is delicious. I have tea and I had blueberries and an English muffin. That was nice. Now I'm looking at muscles. So that scale-ish. And I'm trying to figure out, that might be a little, hang on. Is that, no, it's this bit that's feeling hilariously too large. There we go. Oh, that's right, Hannah. We were both at the same. I was at the show with family though. So hang on. I need to figure out the logistics of this pose. I think I want it to go. Oops. What layered am I? Nope. I see what's happened. There we go. Maybe. That's too far. And that's done something. You know what? Stop that. There. No? Because I think it would be funny if he's like reaching for the sword. The sword that is him. I think that would be fun. I don't know. I'm going to say for the record that in Hannah's example, I did show up. I just didn't manage to find them. But I was definitely there. That is where I saw them. They might be scientists. Welcome to Night Bell at the Fox Theater in Oakland. They are indeed a great show. None of these, I'm annoyed because none of these images have legs, and I feel like I've got to invent proportions now. That's just silly. That's there. That's better. We'll work that hand out later. Oh man, Aaron McCowan. Okay, story about Aaron McCowan. Was like the sort of new singer-songwriter of the Rhode Island, Boston area when I was a baby artist in college. And she was a baby musician. I think maybe also in college. And I had a roommate who was really, really excited about her music. So I had a bunch of her early albums. Sorry, turned off my mic to sneeze. Protected you from that. Honeycomb, if you did not have object permanence, I would have ceased to exist long ago. I feel like that accidentally implies that I'm a figment of your imagination. I don't know, maybe I am. Probably not, since there are other people here. Oh, I'd be the best figment of your imagination. That's so sweet. This is drawing the hands of men is something I find oddly difficult, because I usually just draw my own hands, but I have extremely tiny, fine boned little hands that do not extrapolate properly to big swordsman hands. But your own hands are right there, so they're really good reference for whenever you need to draw hands. It's a problem. All right. Let's just. It has been a while since I did a male, like, proper muscle study. So that's super wrong. Just this whole thing is wrong. oh, Figma's mate. So you're saying they're handy? Ha ha ha. Haha. What's that? I realized that was just me making inarticulate noises. Great content. I apologize, but that's where my brain is right now. My brain is That's the level of thought. I'm managing today. So, you know. It's fine. We've got MusicBot. I've got a bunch of photos of a shirtless dude with a sword. We'll manage. So there's that line that kind of goes from the top. Right? Yeah, I get to know you. It seems like a reasonable place to be on a Friday in month 4 of a pandemic. Are we in month 4? March? April? May? Oh, no, we are. Oh, Lord. We've been on shelter in place for more than 3 months now. Welp. That explains a lot. I'm just choosing not to worry about this hand. Like it's a fist. It'll be a fist later. Hannah, my sister lives in Arizona. So it's you know. Quite the thing. Yeah, that's one of the weird. We'll get for just a second. We'll get all pandemic complaining for a minute. One of the things that I have found most frustrating is that none of my family is local. I moved to California from far away, so I have family in a lot of other states. And because not every state is doing everything the same, it's weird because you don't really know how much to worry. Except Arizona is Arizona. So, you know, there's that. How are we? I feel like let's go full contrapposto. Statue of David kind of here. But now I have the problem of scale, because that just, hang on, I just need to, yep, that's very, is that, I mean, that feels right though, which is annoying. Which is annoying to me. Because I don't want it to be right. Anyway, that's my, pandemic is frustrating talk for the day. I hope that everyone's still okay. Yep, back to making inarticulate noises. But yeah, so is that hilariously too big? It feels like that's hilariously too big. And yet, I will use the head as scale. That's a good idea. Right. So there-ish. There-ish. Back to okay. Ah, the Might Scientist has returned with granola and rice pudding. Or breakfast. And a grocery delivery has been made. I see. What? We'll just have to move this arm. It's fine. It's fine. It's mostly fine. Functionally, it's mostly fine. What? Music bot, why have you gone all dark? Aw, fancy drinks with groceries because you're attending your sister's wedding via Skype. That's awesome. They might be scientists. It's cool music, but, like, this is fine, but I think you read the mood in the wrong direction. Let's just, skip ahead to something a little bit less, in a dark cave ambient. Ooh, sumac gin. They might be scientists. Has a local distillery that makes sumac gin, which is neat. Let's squeeze up just a little bit. Nope, nope, nope. And then so there's our kind of general scale thing, I think. Feels. Oh, if you have a fist at your side, what's it look like? Well. Ugh. Just no. That's just silly looking. Arcraft, I would like you to list the 7 kinds of gin you have at home. Because now I'm curious. It's off the top of my head. I can think of maybe. Well, I guess you can really make gin with anything, so now that I think about it, maybe I'm just not being creative enough in my mental gymnastics. About my mental gymnastics about gin. Mental gymnastics, yes, there we go. Oh. Sarah did not make this arm aggressive enough. And also, current Sarah thought of a way to mostly hide the hand. So, huzzah. Aha. Well, now we're sharing. Now we're sharing gin recommendations. Oh no, I've delayed our craft cooking breakfast because I've asked for a gin list. Oh goodness. Oh, let's see. How beardy do we want to be? I feel like pretty beardy. Does anyone remember how Sarkis's hair is described? Otherwise, I'm just gonna make it long and like slightly wavy for no reason. Pandemic beard, yes. Oh no, roughly in the order Arcraft purchased them. Alright. Hashtag gin chat. Everyone settle in for the story about Arcraft's gin collection. Because I wish to know. I don't think there's any regulations about. This isn't television. We can discuss and drink alcohol on air, right? I don't know. Seems likely. Cool. Calroon Scottish gin with appropriate Highland botanicals. That Arcraft is not going to type out. It is delicious. Personal opinion is that gin is one of the more creative types of distilled alcohol that you can get more out of it and be more creative with how you make it with a bigger difference. That's my personal, completely uneducated opinion. So there. Oh, good. Not on Twitter has arrived to explain the official description of Sarkis from the book. I remember him having a little bit of a belly. But I've learned in my personal experience that I will build images of characters in my head that have no relation to the book description at all. So. Angry Santa. Just gonna tidy this up a little bit. Oh, well, I've gotten the height way wrong. Oh, and a close-cropped beard. Well, he's tidier than I thought. Thank you. Not on Twitter, Ethic. Alright, and the next gin, as we're doing a gin list still, is a local German gin. Hesse. Hesse? I bet there's a proper I bet there's a proper pronunciation for that with traditional gin botanicals. Figments made, I hope so. Sorry, but I'm not getting any errors. So So yeah, so we've got a we got a height issue going on here. We can fix that to a certain extent. Let's do the head size check again. Scale check. I mean, the thing is, an inch taller is silly at this point. We can do a lot with thickness, but only so much with height before it does not work. So that's hilariously large, which I feel, look, it's too, we'll work with what we got. It's just too far from the book description. Ah, Hessian. So, okay, Hesh. Anyway. That might be, oops. That's about right. Is that about right? Now it feels quite large. All right, next gin. Larios 12. A Mediterranean gin with appropriate botanicals. Heavy on the citrus. The review. Good, but I'm not going to seek it out specifically when this one is empty. This is fun. Thank you for playing along, Artcraft. I am having fun with the gin list. Yeah, artistic license. Thank you, not on Twitter. No, I've read the book, y'all, and as I said, I sometimes come up with images of people that are sort of wildly different to how they're described. Like, my brain just won't care how something is described. And we'll decide what it feels is most appropriate. And I remember picturing Hela as quite short and Circus as enormous. Don't know why. So not really, it's a scale thing, right? Like, it's head to body, like, proportions all kind of have to work. So I could just scale her up, but, like, she'd just be bigger. She'd just be a bigger person. That was actually kind of working in a weird way. Hang on. To figure out the right, nope, that was the wrong. think that might actually... I think it's less about Sarkis than it is about my perception of Hala, I think. Because I don't actually think she was meant to be particularly short. I don't know. Alright, next gin. Bombay Bramble, infused with raspberries and blackberries. Very tasty and has a beautiful deep red color. That sounds fancy. That's a gin for vampires right there. Yeah, so I think that it's that. It's less that I just wanted a height difference or pictured Sarkis as particularly enormous, and more that I just pictured Hala as fairly short. Partly that's because I know a lot of particularly short people of similar build and frame, so I think I just picture them. That might be a little much. But Microfiction tweeted someone and get what kind of gin you'd like back, right? The magical gin bot. I like it. So that feels more like the okay. Let's fix my dude's facial hair here. Let's tidy him up. The magical gin bot. Yes, that's what I want. I want magical gin bot. Next gin, Malfi Gin Rosa. Italian gin with Sicilian pink grapefruit. It's a lovely pale pink color that fades to a bare shadow and mixed with tonic. An intense citrus taste, and Artcraft says they love it. A gin. Oh no. A gin. I love it. That one sounds nice. Pink grapefruit. A gin. Right, let's tidy that beard up. There you go. It's a gin. Yeah, it's a gin in a gin. It's a gin in a gin bottle. Ooh, same distillery. Malfi con Limone. Limone? It's Italian. It's not quite French and it's not quite Spanish, so I don't know how to pronounce it. Which is sad because I almost had an art history minor. Anyway, it's made with lemons instead of grapefruit. It is colorless and not as distinct a taste, but it's still nice. Today is a fun gin adventure day. Oh, let's see. If you've close cropped your beard. Where are we putting the line on the face here? Down here to show off those cheekbones. Yeah, let's say he shaves himself a sharp line right there. It's a nice gin blog. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, not on Twitter, which is a weird thing to shout out into the world. What's he wearing? Is that ever discussed? I am okay to keep him fully shirtless if necessary. Initial out. Yeah. None of this. You get to dress up later. We want the initial. One of the only artists in the world who would rather draw feet than shoes. I don't know why I'm putting time into this. It's fully behind her skirt. And yet I care. I feel like a leather surcoat that leaves your upper arms bare is a vest. I feel like that's vest. I forgot that, but that part was good. Why does a sword need a sword? That was a good bit. Quite a large sword of his own. All right. So So actually, maybe I'm just gonna make a whole new layer. Just gonna go for a whole new layer here. Thank you, not on Twitter, for supplying that description. I'm wondering, do we have? How do we? It could be. Could it be down here, or is he just carrying it around to do like a? Like a this kind of thing. That's a hot mess. I apologize. I don't know how you're supposed to tell what I mean. I will fix. I fix. So, you know, like a hand on top there. Thusly. Like that. No description of pants. Oh no. No description of pants, thus the large sword comment. I think he gets a new outfit the next 10 over, but no, that's fine. I don't really want him to be in modern clothes. I want him to be in whatever hilariously random clothes he started with. Oh, covered in blue okay. Hello, Tenchi3. Welcome to the party, where we learn that my mental image of Sarkis and Hala is incorrect and don't really fix it. Hanacomb, the answer to the question, does this mean I can just cover a character in a story of mine in leather, is yes. Yes, you can. And we have a final Jin. Final Jin is Bembel Jin. Bembel Jin? I'm just gonna go with Bembel. Bembel sounds fun. Bembel Jin. Again made in Hessian and themed to the place, so it comes in an earthenware bottle and tastes intensely of apples. Gimmicky but delicious. Oh, I like it. I like Bembel Gin. It's got a nice. It rolls off the tongue. I mean the name. I don't know if the gin does. It's delicious if you're into that sort of thing. I mean, I think it sounds fun. The Bembel Gin from Hessian. Otenshi3, you are unfortunately late enough that you have missed Gin Chat, in which I convince our craft to share a list of all of the gin in his house. To everyone's great joy, which makes me happy because I was worried it was just self-indulgent. I was just like, I want to hear about the gin. It's less a drinking game of Tenchi 3 and more a grocery list making sort of game. Where we all get recommendations for gin from our craft. Oh, a bembel is a traditional ceramic vessel in which Hessian apple wine is served. That's perfect and adorable. The German language has this charming way of like sometimes being weirdly hard and aggressive and sometimes being just like kind of round and charming with things like bembels. Oh, I'm gonna have to properly research this hand. I'm not gonna be able to just pretend, am I? Gonna have to do like a reference that, oh well, whatever. It's fine for now. Photo of a bembel. Ebbelvoy? Is that? You know, I love it. I love the bembel. I could throw a bembel. I'm not going to, probably. But I was Ebbelvoy. Well, because W is not a W sound in German. It's like Werner or Wagner. It's a different noise. That much I know. That it's possible that our perception of the German language is because we make people shout it in movies. And good enough to Darkcraft says that my pronunciation is definitely good enough to order one, and is that not the entire purpose? As long as you know what I mean when I order the apple wine. Butterfly in German super harshly. Oh. Hannah says her sister-in-law gets a kick out of her saying butterfly in German super harshly. I cannot for the life of me do a German accent. It always ends up drifting towards Eastern Europe. But I know the basics of sort of German pronunciation to a point. To a point, and then I get lost and confused. But that's fine. I also, so Americans kind of do 1s and 7s like this. And there's kind of like a European version. It's kind of like that. And when I was a kid, I had a pen pal in, for like, not long, like less than a year, a pen pal in Pakistan. And I started doing all of my 7s with the hash because that's how they always showed up, and I was worried that it would confuse people. And now I still do like a 1 like that, but I always cross my 7s. Well, story time from They Might Be Scientists. They Might Be Scientists went to Amsterdam and bought a Dutch phrase book and attempted to speak it. And they would get about 2 words in before the person would respond in English. Ah. I mean, to be fair, Hannah, you shouting Schmetterling, I mean, it would be funny. Yeah, like I really wanted my package or my letters to get to my pen pal, and I didn't want anybody to get confused. So I thought I better cross out these 7s. And now it's just a habit that I can't break. But it's really good for clarity. Oh, I'm not going to try and pronounce that one. That's an S and a T and an S in a row, and I don't know what to do with that. But it's fancy apple juice, says Artcraft. And this is wrong. This is just incorrect in all ways. The elbow was like here. Foreshortening is terrible. And I hate it. Now Chad is all in on the fancy apple juice. Ooh, New Mexican champagne apples. Oh, there's a local apple juice company that does all the sort of does a bunch of the North California farmers markets. And Dido, the brand Dido, had a peach and white grape one. Alas, Hannah used to live a walking distance from my house, and now lives in another state. So, no farmer's market. No farmer's market here for Hannah. Save, on a vacation. On a vacation after a pandemic. Although, I am gonna attempt to go outside next week sometime. Like, drive to a beach or something. Because I have lost the ability to deal. It's too much. I like my house, but not this much, it turns out. Just, you know, I like it better when I can leave it regularly. Well, we found an Australian brewery. Bundaberg, which is definitely Bundaberg is definitely an Australian name. That makes sort of lemonade-ish drinks, ginger, lemon, and blood orange, and grapefruit apparently. There's also a Bundaberg rum called Bundy, which there might be scientist has not tried. Excellent. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave that alone for a minute. So anyway, this is where we are. This is where we are with this. Which feels not awful. You know, not too bad. We're gonna tidy it up with a cleaner little sketch, and then ideally be ready to ink it. Yep. Okay. Good. Oh no, our craft is out of random gin. And has been desperately trying to make breakfast this whole time, and we keep being like, but no. It doesn't matter that I am the one who's streaming. Entertain me. Entertain me, chat. Didn't you know? I'm not here for you, you're here for me. Okay. Greenall's pink gin, subtle fruit flavor, a very nice shade of pink, and makes a nice fruity cocktail. Hendrick's gin, the gin. You know, Hendrick's gin. It is herbal and has nice cucumber rose notes, and is there might be scientists' default gin at bars. And if you want to be whacked in the face with juniper, but want to try gin, try Hendrick's. If you don't want to be whacked in the face with juniper, but you want to try gin, sorry. Let's put that in a different. Make sure that I say all those words properly. You don't want to be whacked in the. What if I do want to be whacked in the face with juniper? What gin should I try then? What if I want a gin that will pummel me with juniper? What if I want to taste the forest? Made the beard too long. Gotta trim my boy up here. There we go. Bombay Sapphire has a stronger gin flavor. Fruit isn't overpowering. It might be said it doesn't really like the kind that tastes like you're injecting a pine bush into your veins. Sometimes I want to I want to drink a gin that's the equivalent of soap marketed to men. Oh no, our craft says a friend was once browsing through various listings for gin while we were hanging out and went, "Ooh, here's one with juniper," and our craft got slightly sarcastic. Oh dear. Yes, Otenchi 3. That's the joke. Gin is always made with juniper. That's how you make gin. That's how gin is made. Nah, no worries. If it's never mattered to you what gin is made from, that's fair. In part, I come from the sort of friend group that will have tried to make their own gin. Like, that's the sort of world I live in. It's the world in which I've tried at least one person's homebrewed alcohol. You know, like you do. I'm still kind of meh about this whole face, head shape. His beard is gonna have to be a little bit less close cropped, because I'm annoyed about it. I want it to have a little bit more floof. Homebrewed napalm, not the same as homebrewed gin. Let's see. Dobson Sumac is, it might be scientist's current favorite. Nice herbal bitterness, and it's very refreshing. Yes, well, there might be scientists who lives in Australia, as they bought a bottle of that this week, and because they had to buy it from a bar while they were at the bar, someone else came up to order and heard their accent and asked if they were Canadian, and they might be scientists said no, they're from the USA. Their new friend expressed their profound sympathies, which at this point is fair. Ooh, slow gin fizz. And then I don't know, the nose. Just gonna mess with the nose. I mean, it was a fine. The nose that I had drawn was okay, but I don't know. So there's a reason that that I was like, I will draw Ursula's characters today, and it's not that I'm accidentally tangentially connected to Ursula, mostly by mistake. It's that Ursula is sort of face blind, so it's the safest thing to draw. No, like when specifically asked what the sword looked like, Ursula was like, I don't know. And there's something to be said for being certain that you're not going to disappoint the author. Just that whatever you do, they'll be like, nice. Oh man, artichokes. Honeycomb artichokes are delicious, but they are so much effort to turn into food. Like an unfair amount of effort to turn into food. Oh, Pim's gin. We've got a new gin. We've got a new gin adjacent. Pim's is a gin-based liquor, and when made into a cocktail, a Pim's cup tastes like how you'd expect a Long Island iced tea to taste if Long Island iced tea was a name that had any connection to how the drink tasted. Huh. I'm beginning to. I think I see what's happened. I think I see what's gone wrong. Nope, whatever that was not the tool I wanted. Whoa, no. No tooltip. I don't want you. Don't tell me how to use Photoshop. Teach your grandma to suck eggs, as they say. Chins for the chin. Oh dear. We're giving our craft too many ideas. I don't know what that line's about, but it's wrong. Okay, that's alright. I'm feeling okay about that so far. Wow, I just looked down and looked back up, and the first thing my brain saw was Richard III was misunderstood, damn it. Oh, let's see. What do we got? I can speak from experience that is the type of drink that sneaks up on you, says they might be scientists. Then you realize you'd rather be rather tipsy and have a discussion with the bartender about how Richard III was misunderstood. I see what's happened. No, Richard the Third is the deposed one, I believe. If history could have been nicer about giving everyone individual names, that would have been great. This whole sort of repeat the name of the king thing, I guess maybe it's a cool like way to get people to associate you with the power, but I don't know, it's awfully unhelpful for remembering who was the King of England when. Or the King of anywhere, really. Chat, you're so good. I love that you have opinions on Richard III and Philip Augustus and Richard Lionheart. Yeah, that was it. He was the one who Shakespeare had to kind of malign in his play for political reasons, but he couldn't because Richard III was so compelling, so he just made him a really hot villain. Yeah. Yeah, that. Because there were too many. Stop. You get to a point in British history where you're like, nope, it's the Georges now. I don't care. There's too many Georges. Pick a new name. Then again, there were like 5 Henrys, so you know, what can you do? 6 Henrys? 7 Henrys? How many Henrys were there? There were a lot of Henrys. Oh, good. Good, let's compare Cervantes and Shakespeare. Yes, chat. Yes, lit history, come on. You know you want to. Oh, so good. Oh, of course I closed her eyes. Of course I did. Oh, pass, Sarah. You're lucky no one noticed that you copped out on that. Sneaky of you. Perpetually salty that Henry VIII's older brother died young, because if he hadn't, we would have had a King Arthur. Oh no, you're right. Oh, this feels wobbly and weird for some reason, but what reason is it? Nope, nope, that needs to. Nope. Oh, that needs to stay. Whoa, no. Why? Why again? Again, why? Nope. Nope, that was incorrect. Why are you like this, Photoshop? That's another setting that I have to find and turn off. Anyway. Oh goodness, we've gone full on Henry VIII history now. That's true. It probably wouldn't have gotten Anglicanism if Henry VIII's older brother hadn't died. Ooh, now we're arguing about how prudent Henry VIII was never prudent. He wasn't prudent as an old man either. I just saved Arcraft, thank you. I did indeed just save. And it had been a while. I got caught up in history chat. Or it's fair, or we would have had a very different shape of Protestantism and the corresponding Protestant versus Catholic factionism. Yeah, that would have been very interesting. Alternate history novel. What if Henry VIII was not king? That's fair. Once you're king, you don't really need to be prudent. You're king, after all. He and Spain were perpetually fighting over sheep. This is the wool trade. The wool trade was a big deal. Wool was a big deal for merchant trade. Oh, and we've learned that a lot of wool traders dabbled in usury because they had cash on hand because wool. Merino sheep were a trade secret. It used to be death to take one out of Spain. Good lord. Need more shoulder curls. Maybe. Yep. Do. I am so tempted to keep him shirtless, y'all. So tempted. So tempted, and I'm not convinced there's any actual argument stopping me, honestly. Oh, I've got one. Do it in the chat. Oh, history debate. Debate on. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure we're ever gonna actually know what's up with all of the details of Henry VIII's soap opera love. I say love quote soap opera marriage. Series of soap opera marriages. Oh, a good book about Catherine Howard. It was someone's dissertation. Friday tea time. Come for the gin. Stay for the Tudor era history discussion. It's because they won't let us use puns? Oh. For your dissertation titles, I was like, who won't let you use puns? Not me, not here. Puns are fine. Use puns. But no, it's okay. It's not. Oh no. Baba, green sheep, have you any carbon footprint? Curses. This feels like I've done something wrong. But maybe not. Maybe not. Oops. No, put that back. Because animal science journals hate fun and puns and graphs that are in color, says they might be scientists. Oh no. Why do you hate fun and color? We're getting there. I know that I figured out why this is bothering me. I think I figured it out. Nope, that wasn't it. Still no idea. Got nothing. Oh yeah, the Wolf Hall series. Well-written books. Oh, similarly, they might be scientists can't title their current paper "How Chubby Can Lambs Get." The answer may surprise you, which is too bad because that's a great title. Click. All dissertations should have clickbait titles. I feel like that would help science. But maybe they have to be. They can't be too clickbaity. They have to be still technically correct. Just phrased as clickbait. Clickbait dissertations, yeah. I don't know how this arm is supposed to work. I've conveniently put the rest of his entire body behind her. Like the hero that I am, is fully behind her. Just carefully arranged him so that he is absolutely, entirely. I feel like I should do something to like make it a little bit less. But I mean, skirts, man, skirts. Oh, I keep trying not to use man that way. Maybe I'll just skirts y'all. Skirts. Y'all is such a good word. I should use it more. Oh, bee photos. Ah, we found someone to stalk on the Twitters. I said let's not stalk. Watch. To follow. See, but that's just a weird little whatever. It's fine. No, whatever tool that was is not the tool. Not the tool that we wanted. No, it just creates a weird overlap, and we're gonna have to deal. So much as same hat. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously the whole point of social media is to follow people on it and pay attention to what they say. Like it's the terminal. I'm essentially attempting to change verbal tics of my own, away from words that are in common parlance, but not necessarily the right description, either problematic or exclusionary, or a word that means something like stalking, which I feel like it's a word that means something that's fairly serious in one context, and it feels like it would be helpful if it only ever meant that, so that we could take it seriously in that context. I don't know if that made any sense. That explanation kind of wandered around a bit, but oh, this sword is not properly aligned at all. But yeah, just attempting to work on my own verbal habits to eliminate some things from them. To try and generally improve inclusivity. Etc. and so forth. Is that there? We can help. It's true. Our craft listened to They Might Be Scientists radio thing, and Now they need to go out and buy a bunch of TMBG CDs. It's as someone who is live streaming art, being professionally engaging is actually very hard. And both Shep and Ursula are very good at it. It's intentional. It's not an accident. It takes effort. I know, because I'm bad at it. I do try, but I'm not great at being professionally engaging on Twitter. My skill is visual. Yeah, I have a lot of Twitter circles, because I've got, you know, the animation community, the illustration community, sci-fi fantasy community, animal sciences. I don't know. I just follow all the fun on Twitter. Get to know nature. Thank you. Get to know nature says I'm definitely underestimating my engagement skills. It's easier to be engaging when I'm drawing a shirtless dude. For everyone's entertainment, turns out. Oh, D&D night for Otenshi 3. Before we go storm, have a, as they say, have fun storming the castle. So I'm sort of mirroring the other. I'm using diamonds instead of circles to kind of mirror the motif on the other sword. It's intentional, I promise. I thought it through. It's not just an accident. Oh, thank you, Shiana Serene, for finishing the scene for me. I just, that whole movie can repeat anytime any line from it is said. Have fun with shirtless art. That implies something very different. Shirtless art. That's a whole different stream. I feel like the longer Shelter in Place goes on, the less G-rated this stream becomes. Like, keep it family friendly, and now I'm like, I don't care, let's talk about Jin. I have to learn about it someday. What? Yeah, I know. This week is what's this week's stream? Well, I'll tell you. It's Jin and shirtless Santa. That's what we're doing. True, alcohol can be medicinal. And gin is delicious. Needs a bigger crossbar. And then I think a little pointy bit, because we've just gone pointy with this whole thing. Obligated caveat. Dr. Holland is not a certified medical doctor, does not practice in your state, and is not your doctor. Dr. Holland will not be able to give you medical advice. But damn it, Dr. Holland is a doctor. Yeah, yes, Hannah points out something. What has happened? I don't know. Something that does matter, which is trying to decide what is okay to talk about. And I think so. The tact that I usually take with anything that I would like to bring up is to sort of mention that I'm going to bring it up first, like sort of asking our craft for the gin list, so that if someone's like, nope, yeah, tea. If someone sort of wants to not be a part of that conversation, they know what's coming. I should probably start doing the sort of thing. Yeah, gin is I feel overall an expected on-brand discussion for oops. Tried to use the wrong keyboard shortcut. An expected on-brand discussion. For this channel. And I don't know, I should probably put warnings up on my YouTube videos, but I feel like not enough people watch them to make. I feel like if you're watching them, you've already been a part of the stream at some point. Oops. And so probably know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true, Unicorn. Unicorn Duke has an excellent point, which is it's easier to handle things when you are in the stream and can see the conversation flow and see it coming. Gone late into streams and then left because it was a super important conversation happening and I didn't get that build up. Which is also, yeah, like that's to the point of I should put better descriptions / disclaimers in my YouTube posted videos, just because yeah, if you're watching a stream and there's a build up and you can see the chat, it's a little bit different. I've also been asked, and I'm trying to do it more, to read what people are saying in chat when I respond. So to read sort of the username and the whole post and then respond, so that people listening to it later without the chat know what's going on, or people who are listening to it without following the chat are still following the conversation. So I've been trying to be better about that. For people who just want the company but don't want to watch the actual art, which still I find confusing, because as I mentioned, I don't think I'm very entertaining, but But hey, you know? But if you want to listen to this as a podcast, I want to make that happen for you. Oh, thank you, they might be scientists. I'm not reading out. They're just. I'm not going to read that. They're just complimenting me. It's fine. Most of it is down to chat engagement, honestly. And what y'all bring up, and what you're interested in. That sort of makes hand sense. Well, now everyone in chat's just making me blush. Apparently I'm witty and I have a nice soothing voice. So thank you. Although, yeah, Rcraft actually has a good point, which is less about being entertaining and more about being present. And yeah, I do feel like I'm fairly proud of my ability to engage with y'all while I draw, and I'm proud of it because it's hard, and it took some learning. Took some learning to be able to follow along with chat, engage with chat, and still draw a hand on a sword. That's a weird look at. We'll fix that hand in a minute. Yeah, as Hannah points out, it is its own skill set. It's a very odd, specific skill set. Is to draw, read sideways at chat, and respond to chat while also drawing. We just need to see how we can just soften this up a little bit. Nope. I'm just gonna have to wait while I hold my hand at a funny angle. It's time for the patented artist side hand sketch of my own hand. Over here. There we go. Oh, good. That phrasing is solving one of Hannah's mental problems with streaming. Hannah says, I keep thinking I need to make everyone laugh or something, but all I really need to do is engage and show whatever I'm working on. And yeah, that's and then the final point there is or figure out good conversation topics for everyone, which is there is some planning that goes into, like, is there something happening right now that I want to mention? Is there a general topic that we should start with? What if no one talks? What will I do then? It's a whole thing. This is what my hand looks like held directly in front of my face to try and approximate what's going on here. But it's of course this side anyway. Let's just put that over there. There's nothing. Yeah, it's fun to hear people get excited over things. I'm just gonna erase this. See, is that the wrong angle? Is it the right angle? That might be. You know what? Let's just start over with that. Yay, our craft fruit is finally. I am sorry for preventing your oh, music bot quit, you guys. This is sad. Just gonna have to get to bring that back. There we go. We brought it back on something cheerful. It just needed a minute. It just needed. What if I use my own hand as hand reference? What happens then? This uh-huh. 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 Oh, our craft does not have more gin. Oh no, we're gonna set up a whole thing. We're gonna set up a whole thing where Anna's just shipping our craft gin and being like, tell me if you like it. No, why? What? Photoshop. I just wanted to zoom in. Why you gotta be that way? Still, nope, feels wrong. Feels incorrect. Feels incorrect, and I don't know why. I can't just pretend it's not happening. Can't just ignore it. This is where the elbow needs to be. Okay. Okay, hear me out. What if this just needs to be like somewhere else? What if like here? I've got to scroll up now because apparently we're really planning this gin adventure here. Because we go through whiskeys next. Oh, and then Shayana Serena, and they might be scientists, are trying to find Hennessy's limited edition one. Oh, Hendrick's, not Hennessy's. Hennessy's is a bourbon. Sorry. Hendrick's gin. Midsummer or Orbia. Fancy. Dobson Ships International. Manly Gin is the name of the actual. Okay. Sure. Sure it is. They have it in the duty free. They have it in the duty free. They have a duty free in the Sydney airport. Of course they do. Thanks, Australia. Okay, I genuinely think that this is Yep, I think this is better. Still, like, incorrect. Oh, why have I done this to myself? Why have I, like, done a foreshortened arm? What was I thinking? What madness? Eh. Oops. So we got an upper arm, and a hand on a sword. Maybe fist instead. Maybe this was all a mistake. Go back to the original. But the sword is so good. No, I want the sword. I want the sword. I just have to figure out. Like, that's the original sketch of it, which doesn't make any sense either. But my poor choices. Oh, now we're all. On the one hand, our craft. On the one hand, I probably have enough gins. On the other hand, how do I say no to free gin? Secret Santa gin exchange. Oh, fist holding the pot. But you don't really. Okay. This hand is too silly. What if? Just gonna have to bear with me while I find a ruler and prop my hand on it. Okay. So, what if more? See, today you're getting the real artist struggles here. The struggle is real. Hands are awful. something more like that, where it's, but then the arm goes. Kind of like that. It's true. Shipping glass bottles filled with liquor is quite the thing. So not quite a fist, but like more curled fingers. I'm just gonna... Oops, no, that's not. I'm just gonna move this here. Oh, again with the the wrong side. No. So many wrong buttons to press. Oh, international requirements. They might be scientists got hassled at the U.S. border because the Aussie legal limit, the U.S. legal limit, is greater than the U.S. legal limit bringing stuff back from Canada. Australia's like, nah, bring whatever you bring, all the alcohol back. It's fine. And you were like, but I'm not staying here. I'm going on to Australia. I need to at least see the scale. Nope. Why? Control. Because it didn't select a layer. Of course not. Why, Photoshop? Why you like this? Huh? What happened to make you like this? Okay. And then... like that. It's a bit much. Like that. Oh. Yes. Okay. Hey, I think I fixed it, you guys. I think I solved it, y'all. I think I solved it. Just gonna... What you guys really need is a video. Oh, no. What even layer? What layer is that even on? A video of me holding out my own hand about a foot from my face, with one hand up, drawing it, leaning back slightly, drawing it the other. It's quite the thing, I assure you. Yeah, I don't know. He's just naked back there, and I'm okay with it. I've made my choices. I have no regrets. Ah, yes, Honeycomb. Honeycomb says that she usually manages gifting her brother things by putting money in his account and pointing at what I want him to buy locally. Which is, it is less, it's a solution, but it is less, less magical, if you will. A less magical solution. So, solutions. Oh right, tattoos. Yes, tattoos. How did the just blue tattoos? Just blue tattoos on his arms. I'm just gonna scroll up 300 years ago when I was getting that description from Not on Twitter. Oh, it won't go back that far. Oh well. Tattoos. Oh, I think I figured it out. I know. I've been saying there's something that bothers me about his face over and over this whole time. Yeah, that was it. Aha. Need to tidy this up a little bit, but I needed more forehead. I fixed it. Huzzah! Solutions. While I'm no, I know that wasn't the right layer. I apologize. Yeah, bigger hands. It's yeah, you could probably, as our craft suggests, order it from a local place and have it shipped within the same country. This hand needs just a little bit more. A little bit more curve. Tidy this up. How are we? Oh, we're already at 5:41. What has happened? But we'll go to 6:30 because I started quite late today. I accidentally caught up in a Slack meeting while I was trying to eat what amounts to my breakfast. Because I am just fully nocturnal now. And still a little bit of a mess. we'll figure it out. There we go. That nail's just silly. Got too excited about fingernails there. Oh no, international mail messed up Secret Santa. Oh, it arrived way late. Curses. The company that shall not be named. Yeah, international shipping can be quite the thing. Right, I was doing... Oh, you know what? I know that Auntie Shepherd isn't here. But for her, because she finds it so creepy when I don't finish eyes, even in sketches. I will give him pupils. Oh no, Auntie Shepherd. I said I was I'm just gonna stutter. I put the thing on Twitter. I tweeted. Also, yeah, that is a little bit creepy, isn't it? I literally, Shep, I literally just I drew those pupils just now for you. I was working on hands and sketching, and I'd left the eyes blank, and then I said, because even though Auntie Shepherd is not here, this will freak her out. I will fix it. For her, him, they. I'm trying to use they for everybody. Trying to use they pronouns for everyone all the time now in streaming. So I apologize if I'm not great at it yet. I'm working on, as I mentioned before, working on changing my linguistic habits. Anyway, I literally just gave Starkus pupils for you. For you, Shep. You know what? I'm not going to solve this problem. I'm not going to solve this problem because it's behind another person. I don't have to solve it. I don't have to solve it, so I'm going to stop trying. Which layer am I on? This layer. Forget it. It's not my problem. Started using the royal we. I do say we a lot when I'll be like, we're gonna draw a thing, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna draw it. It's gonna be me drawing. Just me. But it's just so that you all feel included. It's we're drawing because you're helping. It's that kind of we. But no, I am perfectly capable of using they for everyone properly. but know that I will occasionally slip up. Especially late in stream, because you reach a point when streaming. At least I say you, and probably also Hannah, because we've talked about this before. Where it's a little like being tipsy. You'll stop streaming and be like, I have no idea what I said for the last 20 minutes of that stream. Like, you reach a point where your brain has stopped vetting the words you're saying. It's like, no, it's too much effort. Just say the words. Quail eggs! Yay! We're back to having quail eggs for breakfast. I say we, like our craft is making me quail eggs, which is not true, but I feel included. Had Brindle and his ox. I am thinking that instead of inking Sarkis, that once I get a certain amount of this done, I'm almost done with the sketch. Thinking that I'll take a quick break to do tea, and then I'll do a null, because a null was requested, and nulls are great. Just, so we could do Brindle and his ox. That would be pretty great. Be kind of a close-up, probably. Oh, that's right. There's my giant hand. I'm just gonna turn off whatever layers that's... Yeah, that... Gone forever. Don't need my giant hand. We do need tattoos, though. On the arms. Because I was reminded that is a thing. So let's see, what tattoos would Sarkis have on his arms? A null nose, yes. Ooh, canned quail eggs for making Scotch eggs. That sounds adorable, little Scotch eggs. The Scythian tattoos. Alright. Cool. Just gonna look at those. Well, those are excellent. Scythian warrior. Really winning the tattoo game. Twisting his whiskers. Oh, that's so good. Okay, the ram and the stag are mentioned. These are small and complicated. I'm looking for good reference of them. They are apparently pretty popular tattoo topics. Not on Twitter earlier, like, gave me the description. And what happened was she gave me the description, and I read a leather surcoat that left his upper arms bare, and then I said out loud, "That's a vest. That's just a vest." And then later I decided that he was just going to be shirtless, because screw it. That's why. Because I'd drawn all these muscles, and I wanted to keep them. Let's Let's start with these are great little animal tattoos. I told her it was a vest and not a surcoat. Oh no. Well, Shep, you can tell Ursula that I have independently agreed that if there are no sleeves, it is now just a vest. That's a vest. What you're describing is a vest. But in fairness, you could also then tell Ursula that I chose to leave him fully shirtless anyway. But in the end, I went for no clothes at all. You can't see his legs, so for all we know, he's naked back there. It's fully possible. Just going over the shoulder there. Shep is rereading Swordheart. Craft is reading Clockwork Boys. Give him a fancy horse. Is there a fancy, it's a fancy horse? Maybe, let's see. It's just a man and his sword back there, yep. Oh, let's see. Oh no, now I'm just making things up. But that happens. Because I was asked to give him a fancy horse. So I'm inventing a fancy horse on this side. And then, oh, I don't know. There's a bit with flowers. There's a fish. Oh, I like the fish. The Scythians were big on that's fair. The Scythians were big on fancy horses. The actual Scythians. I find there's an interesting thing about audiobooks where if I hear a book first, if I listen to an audiobook first and then read it, it's that person, and I can then listen to that audiobook forever, or like listen to the next in a series with the same reader. But if I've read the book myself, about 50% of the time the person who's reading the audiobook, if I listen to it afterwards, bugs me, and I don't know why. Like it's the arbitrarily wrong voice. Because I had expectations based on, I guess, my voice? I don't know. It's a very odd very odd, quirky thing that happens. And I don't know why, but yeah. And it's not even like they'll be perfectly good readers, they'll just be like the wrong voice somehow. Oh yeah, that's also always weird when there's like fantasy names and you've been inventing a pronunciation for them in your head and then you listen to an audiobook and it's a totally different pronunciation and you're like, wait a minute. Have I been wrong this whole time? Oh, let's give him some flowers. Here. And then a stag, maybe. Because that's mentioned, apparently. Oh, I should get, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I have an accidental Audible credit. Maybe I will use it to get one of the Broken Earth series on audiobook. That might be nice. Uh-oh. Music stopped. Oh no. Pencil. The music bot's still open. It hasn't crashed. Everything's fine. Why can't ASAS just let me Twitch stream I talk about chubby sheep so they might be scientists? Oh, music pot. Oh, music pot. It's okay, music pot. Everything will be okay. I promise. Okay, this little this little face got a little weird. Let's quickly fix that. Right. Tattoos. Into it. Scythian tattoos for the win. There we go. They're probably afraid we'd show up. So tattoos are working. Got ourselves Sarkis back here with another sword. And just for the sake of just for the sake of giving you a complete visual, I'm just gonna do some proper masking here because he is behind Our Lady Hala here. Nope, that finger though is not. That finger is in front. Fingers in front of sword. There we go. So just to tidy it up slightly so that you can see the whole picture there. This is where we have gotten in our time together. 2.5 hours. Haven't drawn dudes in a while. It's the closest I've gotten is like non-binary people lately in my people drawing. So it took a little bit longer than I think it might have otherwise, but that's fine. Look at those muscles and that hair. So I'm gonna take a very short break. We're gonna go till 6:30. We're gonna go late because I started late. I'm gonna take a quick break because I've been out of tea for some time. Oh, that's right, I drew the fancy bard. And he was definitely a dude. Although I did not have to invent all of his musculature in detail underneath his fancy bard outfit, which helps. But I'm going to take a very, very quick break to get some more tea, because I haven't had tea in quite some time, and it's making me sad. And I'll be right back, and when I come back we will draw a null, and a null, and an ox. And I keep having to mute this to sneeze. So, anyway, where's my break? There's my break. Nope, there it is. Just, nope, whatever you just moved. Computer, it was the wrong thing. Can we, I see what's happened. There it is. Solved. So, I'll be back in just a few seconds. We do not have time to also draw Zale. We have like 20 minutes. A null and an ox is enough. Zale in the future. I don't want Zale to feel left out. In fact, I love Zale deeply. But I am not an art superhero. I am a mere mortal. And I've spent 2.5 hours drawing this dude with tattoos. And a good beard. So, I don't think there's time for Zale. Zale is a future plan. I'm gonna make tea and be right back. Oh, I wanted tea so bad I burned my tongue a little bit. Okay, break time banner off. I have returned with hot liquid. And after eating a bunch of crackers really quickly in my kitchen. As you do. This is not the Ursula Vernon fan art stream. The T King. I guess technically, I don't know. T Kingfisher fan art stream. Let's be technically correct. That is not. Oh, that's different. That's a whole different project. I mean, today is a fan art stream, but what has moved? No, it just fine. Whatever, OBS. Oh no. I just want to. Look, I just want an excuse to watch you draw shirtless, muscular dudes, says Auntie Shepherd. It's, no, whatever, just, okay. Okay. Just gonna go back to ye old standard practice of making the palette hilariously larger as we go. You know, as you do. Just go over here now. John just uttered in the background. I mean, in fairness, Shep convinced me to head Sarkis by essentially sending me a bunch of pictures of shirtless men with swords. So, right, gnolls and ox. Gnolls, okay, I picture gnolls as badgers. Just badgers. Is there any other... Is there any reason to tell me that I'm incorrect? It's true, our craft says we have quite a few sketch request level patrons here. We can make it a T Kingfisher art stream. You do. You have the power. If you are a patron with a sketch request, you can turn any stream into a T Kingfisher fan art stream if you want. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I like drawing shirtless muscular people. As an artist, it's just anatomy is fun and musculature is nice and well-muscled people are fun to draw. It's true, we never did Regency ladies with weapons, did we? We never got there. Anyway, gnolls. So, like, seriously. Just badgers, right? Like... It's true. There was a whole technically just fan art of Shep stream. One day we will do Regency ladies with weapons. Yeah, badgers. Good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page. because I just have always pictured them as just badgers. But it occurs to me that I could have been completely wrong. So hang on. They're like badgers with raccoon hands. Badgers with raccoon hands. Sorry, I'm looking up a picture of a raccoon with its hands in the air. Because I need little raccoon hands. Look, raccoon hands. Raccoon hands. Yeah, I'm more biology, less furry. Anyway, raccoon hands because like raccoon hands. Because of course raccoon hands. Now, let's get myself some badger reference images here. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this is the only badger reference image I need. That's just this one. Open just the image. The badger. Look at that good badger. I know he's a European badger, but hang on. What is the difference between American? Oh, he's just got a different little facey stripe. Lies. Look how friendly this badger looks. So friendly. Anyway, what I need is the shape. Mostly. Okay. I mean, look, in terms of colorization, we're talking about a fantasy creature. I'm just looking for the general shape. A possum event. They might be scientists has become a possum evangelist since moving. He's moving to Australia. It's true. What is the airspeed velocity of a laden swallow? Right. So, so what we've got here is. Oh, hang on. This is as far as I can. I've got This is as far as I can get on this. This is my fun fact for the day. In my head, this is a bowl, because that's the shape that's like. Shep sent me an image, and that's the shape that's in my mind forever now. Now I have to find, because I probably didn't save. It's oh no, I have a DM from Shep that's just my name in all caps. That's, I can't help you. It's too late. Okay, there we go. That's the image that I was looking for. Right. So here's my plan. In the next 10 minutes now is basically what we got eyes, we got the horns, got an ear, then we've got a knoll, I'm just gonna have to do away with that. A knoll and a scarf. I don't know why. Because it seems fun. Oh, I see what I get. because Shep thought I was not streaming, and then Twitch had lied. So that's the thing that's in my head. This very this very bad drawing. This doodle is the thing that's in my head. I don't like the scarf bit anymore. That's silly. So, I also need to work out some There we go. Cross between a badger and a haystack. Broad striped head. Small ears. And a dozen layers of different bits of clothing. You know what? I don't know. I thought of them as small. I think because Grime Hug is always like curling up at the foot of beds and things. But as we've discovered, my sense of scale is weird. We could be bigger. I mean, you know, ox are pretty strong. Oh, that's true. Grime Hug is big enough to prop up Slate. Okay, I'm sticking with this scale that I have invented just now. Seems fine. Seems good to me. I'm gonna now, however, try to figure out some knoll anatomy here. Just close some windows. So many open windows. There we go. Yeah, see, there we go. It's not that he's small, it's that ox are large, says I. So let's try and work out some actual anatomy. I mean, the ox is fine. It's just his withers and his forehead. Yeah, so you know. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like a collie. I have to say that it amuses me that you're like, European badgers look friendly and American badgers don't, and I'm like, do we just have different definitions of friendly? I think American badgers look fine. What's unfriendly about them? So, a brindle face. So I'm going to assume that there's still like a stripe. Honey badgers don't care how they look. I'm gonna fake the ears a little bit, just because they have expressive ears, I feel like, in the text. And I need them to be a little bit more raccoon, a little bit less badger. It's fine. Now. Then it's now the thing that really seals it though as American badgers is the haystack thing, because American badgers are fluffy. Whereas European badgers are more sleek. So going for bipedal, but so I'm going to change the sort of structure of the feet a little bit. But still want it to be kind of paw and a hawk kind of look. They might be scientists. Of course, has a favorite North American mustelid, which is wolverines. Which is fair enough. Scale-wise, I think the head is slightly big. We fix. Yes. More like that. Wolverines with the sumis. Oh no. And actually, I think I need to, because bipedal, need a little bit less of that, and a little bit bigger. There we go. Cause stop it. Stop it, Photoshop. You behave. Cat parkour, but bigger and fluffier, is how excited Wolverines are described. Which I agree with Shayona Serene, sounds amazing. Alright, little raccoon hands. Why we, there you go. There you go, Photoshop. Fixing the scale of things. Then with the little, okay. Gonna try and create a pointing little raccoon hand. Oh, that's gone like better than I anticipated, actually. Like I'm actually really okay with that. I'm gonna tweak it a little bit, but that actually really works. Little pointy raccoon hand. Drawing all those bird feet has really paid off at last. So, let's solve Shep's inevitable problem with the plank eye. Suggest some more brindle. Okay. Close, 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 close. Close, close, close. Dozen layers of different bits of clothing that were wrapped and tied and bound together, intricately knotted tangle. Well, that's not easy to draw. That's not. It's not easy to draw, and I'll be honest, it sounds like bondage gear to me. We'll take a stab at it. It's just scarves, just wrapped in scarves and scarves. It's the knotting and the intricate tangle that does it, really. Just sort of like looks a little bit like a ball of yarn. Kind of okay with that. Seems fine. Tonic water menu to go with the gin, yes. Good. Now. Just frankly just drawing canon at this point, really. But that's fine. Canon is, after all, an ox, which is precisely what the situation calls for. Canon has very good eyelashes, let it be known. Yes, Canon is very pretty. Oh, we're gonna have to start talking about tonic water to go with our gin. Shep, you missed the early days of stream where I demanded that Arcraft tell us about his gin. Yes, Cannon is a very pretty ox. And I don't know what kind of pupils cows have. I guess it's is it still the herbivore rectangle? I'm gonna regret Googling cow eye. There it is. I don't regret Googling cow eye as much as I can been concerned. Oh, now we're talking about tonic. A regular one, a Mediterranean one, and an elderflower one. So, I feel like that's probably what we got. I feel like that's what we got time for. I know, Zale, but as I said, I am not a superhero. Look, barbarian hummingbird. Zale, yeah, look, I've been streaming for 3 hours and 15 minutes. I'm really hungry. The crackers were not enough. And look, I made you this very good knoll. I feel like that's great, but it did not imbue you with superpowers, so y'all get on that. Oh, it's true. The barbarian hummingbird definitely drinks mead. The file is saved. All is well. Just tidy up the borders here. So, in summary, if we need a summary, let's move you over here. In summary, this is what we've done today. This is what's happened. We've got shirtless tattoo circus. Oh, and now I see something about that hand that bugs me. I'm gonna have to fix it. Yay, fixed. Anyway. Well. Duplin County Winery, if you're in the US, they ship well. Okay. Maple syrup vermouth? What is happening? Scuppernog. Oh, I feel as someone who before I drank significantly less, my go-to going out drink was like a single glass of scotch. I feel possibly the weed and the sweet wine are are leaving me behind in this conversation. Because no beverage should taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and that's the hill I'll die on. Oh no, malt is just gluten, isn't it? It's just a thing that's got gluten in it. Never occurred to me, but that is sadly true. Oh no. Well, chat's very excited about alcohol, but I am trying to wrap up this stream so I can go make myself a turkey sandwich. So if you want to carry on your conversation about your sweet wines and your weird sweet drinks, you're gonna have to do it on Twitter. Because as all the 90s kids know, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Here's an ox, a knoll, and a tattooed man with no shirt on. That's what we've done today. That's what we've drawn. We talked about gin, which is delicious. If any of you aren't my patrons, you could be a patron, and then you could turn streams into sketch demands if you wanted to. You'd have that power. But you can't. Yes, Figment's made, but you can't stay here. Just take a sip of tea before I finish this wrap up, before I lose my voice. So hey, I have a Patreon. I assume that you all know I have a Patreon. But if you don't, I do. And it's there. And for only $2, you could see the behind the scenes stuff and get coloring pages and see sculptures that are finished that I don't show Twitter. For $5, you could demand that I draw you things. And for $10, 4 times a year, I will mail you art prints. In fact, mailing art prints soon. Soon. I meant to mail them on Thursday, but I didn't have time to finish the thing I was making because I'm making a special thing just for all of you. Special secret art print that you're going to get in the mail that nobody else will have. Thanks for joining me for Friday tea time. I hope that this knoll meets your expectations. I will see you on Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for Monday Workday, where I don't know, maybe I'll ink these things. Maybe I'll draw Zale. Maybe you can convince me to draw Zale. You've convinced me to go and find a bottle of gin to purchase, so anything's possible. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe, wear your masks. Especially stay safe and wear your masks while you're working to abolish the police. Take care, and we'll see you on Monday. Good night.